Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new. I'm Scarlet Siren. You can call me Scarlet. Today, we are going back to one of our favorite artists, Sinead O'Connor. Now, as I said, when I first began this journey, I was only familiar with one song. Since then, I've listened to Troy and absolutely enjoyed it beyond all measure. So I've gotten a lot of comments about different songs to choose from maybe her later career that were not as well known because of the controversy that surrounded Sinead. You know, Sinead did not deserve the hatred, the vitriol. She didn't deserve any of that. And the fact that her career suffered because she was brave enough to speak out for what she believed in and for what was right, that should never happen. You should not be punished for doing the right thing. And unfortunately, that is what happened with Sinead. So we are going to give her career the highlight that it deserves and that it always deserved. Yes, Sinead is gone, but it is never too late to ensure that her legacy will live on and to give her the respect that she so rightfully deserves. So we are going to get into the song Hold Back the Night. The name sounds familiar, but I think there are multiple songs with that title. I don't know if they're all the same, if maybe, because there are just looking at my screen right now, there are 9 songs with that title, and so I don't know if they're all the same song. I don't know if they're all just different songs that have the same name. That does happen very frequently. So let's just get right into this. I am so in love with Sinead O'Connor's voice, and we're really with Sinead herself. So let's just get into this. Yeah, thank you for your suggestions. I'm still having trouble with the fact that she's gone, to be honest. She was so young and went through so much, especially the death of her son. I know that's got to be one of the most unimaginable things that a person can go through. So we're going to try to show the world who Sinead really was. I know I am one person. I do not have a large platform, but I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do the best I can. So let's get into this. Okay, you can hear the sounds of the city. I like that. Although I will say the one thing I hate... Okay, before I get into this, just so I don't lose the train of thought. The one thing I hate is when songs have sirens in them. Because if I'm driving, I hate when songs have sirens in them. I get so nervous because I'm like, oh God, am I being pulled over? What did I do? Anyway. Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Don't make me feel alienated because of my weirdness. Ooh, I really like that. You could hear like the shiver and the shakiness in her voice when she said cold, as if it was cold. Her voice is just flawless. I really like this. Okay. Okay. And like I said in my last Sinead O'Connor reaction, I love that she's not afraid to not sound pretty. I love it. Did this come out in the 90s by chance? It just kind of has that 90s feel to it. I don't know if it did or not. I apologize, my foot is falling asleep. I think I might actually know this song. It sounds very familiar. It just, I may not know it, but it sounds very familiar. I know it now. I really enjoyed that. I don't think there's a track that I have heard by Sinead that I didn't enjoy. So that's always a plus. Definitely not as dark as the other two songs that I know by Sinead. So, which one of them was not even written by Sinead, because Nothing Compares to You was written by Prince. But still, it was a pretty dark song. And honestly, I know that Prince wrote the song, and I am familiar with his version of that as well. But as much as I love and adore Prince, Sinead just owned that song. Prince may have written it, but it's Sinead's song. She put so much emotion into that vocal performance and into the video performance as well. And that's truly a sign. It's truly an instance of an artist covering a song and just completely making it their own. And Sinead did that. And I think I've heard the Prince version maybe once or twice, versus Sinead's I have heard on repeat over and over and over again, because I just keep coming back to it. There is just a rawness and a vulnerability in her performance that Prince just really didn't capture in his. And I think that is just mainly because Sinead has that quality, that tone in her voice. And it's nothing against Prince whatsoever. I just think Sinead has that tone, and it works beautifully for that song. This song, again, it's not quite as dark musically, but lyrically it is. And again, you hear that I don't really want to say despair, because I don't think it's quite that dire of a situation, but you hear that longing and that sadness in her voice, and I think that that's just her voice, and it really works. So again, like I said, I am starting a deep dive into Sinead, and I'm starting at the beginning and I'm working my way to the end. I probably won't do like greatest hits albums because I mean, unless there's something new, a lot of times when artists do greatest hits albums, they will include like, hey, special bonus track. Um, but unless there's something like that in that album, I don't think I will react to that one because it's got songs we already know. Unless you guys want to see that, if that's something you're interested in, please let me know. But I definitely, I'm going to start with The Lion and the Cobra and go all the way to the end. And I'm excited for it. I know that Sinead really, at least earlier on, leaned into her Irishness, for lack of a better term. And I love that. I am of Irish descent. So I love when people embrace their heritage, where they're from. Basically just embracing who you are. And Sinead was Irish. I mean, through and through. Not even just of Irish descent. Sinead was Irish all the way. And I love when you can hear that reflected in music. Whether that's her music, whether that's Kate Bush, whether that's whether that's even someone, more modern, like say, Ariana Grande. Now, me personally, I'm not an Ariana fan. She has a beautiful voice. I just don't particularly like that style of music. But her range is incredible and her tone is very clear. There is a song that she did with an Italian artist named Andrea Bocelli. I have not heard it, but I love Andrea Bocelli. So I am definitely going to react to that one because I want to see what that sounds like. I want to see a different side to Ariana. So I'm excited for that. But to get back to Sinead, I totally I totally switched gears there for a moment. I apologize. But I love when artists embrace, whether their heritage or just who they are. And I love when people are unapologetically themselves, and that was Sinead. Sinead O'Connor was like, look, this is who I am. This is what I think. This is what I feel. If you don't like it, fuck off. I don't care. And I adore her for that. I absolutely commend her bravery. And Sinead was a badass. Let's just be honest. Sinead O'Connor was a badass. And I am so upset by her passing. And like I said, I'm going to do my part to ensure that the world does not forget Sinead O'Connor. I don't think they will, but I'm going to do my part to ensure that they don't. I'm going to annoy the hell out of people that I know. Be like, look, you need to listen to this. You need to watch this. Get on board, people. So, thank you to the viewer that suggested this particular song. You did suggest another song, which I am going to also look into, because again, like I said, we're going to do a full-on deep dive with Sinead. So, talk to me about it. Talk to me about Sinead O'Connor. I want to know your thoughts. One of my commenters said that they were lucky enough to see Sinead live. Can I just say how incredibly jealous I am of you? Do you know what I would have given to have seen Sinead O'Connor? I envy you. I envy you. I am so, so happy for you as well, because I just know that that was a phenomenal show. I can't even imagine how that must have been. So treasure that memory. Hold that close. Some of us were not lucky enough to even have been born back then. I was born in the wrong time. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I should have been born in the 70s so I could have grown up in the 80s. I was born at the wrong time. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're not, you know what? Talk to me about it. I know I am just a random ass person on the internet, but hey, we gotta stick together. Times are tough. And, you know, even if just one person listens to your story, that can make all the difference. So, be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.